Hello, traveler of the mind. Before we begin, let me help you prepare a soft, gentle cocoon. Adjust your pillow. Pull the blanket up to your chest. Feel the weight of your body slowly sinking into the mattress. Take a deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. And then exhale slowly like a thin stream of smoke drifting away. This story has no climax, no sudden turns. Only the quiet rustling of time and the deep stillness of a medieval village lost in sleep. Let us begin. Night in the 14th century is unlike anything you have ever known. It is not simply the absence of light, but a living presence, thick, deep, and filled with the scent of burning wood mixed with the cool breath of night mist. In a small village nestled beneath towering limestone mountains rising like the fingers of a giant, all life has come to rest. The sound of the blacksmith's hammer is long faded, leaving behind only a faint warmth glowing from dying embers in the forge. The worn stone roads, shaped by centuries of footsteps and horse hooves, now lie silent beneath the pale glow of a fragile moon. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of the village, where the world of the living meets the shadow of an ancient tomb hidden behind a forest of pine trees. The wind moves gently through the leaves, whispering like distant ocean waves from far away. Beneath the ground, deep within the tomb you once glimpsed, time is no longer measured in hours, but in the slow, dripping rhythm of melting candle wax. Inside the tomb, the air is cool, carrying the scent of ancient stone, of dust gathered over thousands of years, and a faint trace of lingering incense. The candles you see do not burn in haste. Their small golden flames flicker softly, as a quiet breath of cold air slips through hidden cracks in the stone. The light is weak, yet enduring. It reveals walls covered in strange and ancient symbols, figures of gods, with the heads of hawks, of wolves, standing in silent watch, their eyes piercing through the darkness, guarding the eternal sleep of long-forgotten rulers. Each time the candle flickers, shadows begin to dance along the walls, making the carvings seem almost alive, as if they breathe slowly, in rhythm with you. A figure in a dark robe stands quietly. His hands, aged yet steady, hold a single candle. He is not something to fear, but a guardian of silence. He stands there to ensure that nothing, not even the smallest sound, can disturb the rest of time itself. The soft fabric of his robe brushes gently, creating the faintest whisper, so quiet that you might mistake it for your own heartbeat. His footsteps echo across the cold stone floor. Step, pause, step, so slow that between each movement, there is enough space for you to breathe and drift deeper into calm. He passes a large stone coffin, its surface marked with cracks like dried rivers on an ancient map. The candlelight glides across tiny particles of dust, floating gently in the air. Can you see them? They drift like small stars in this quiet hidden universe beneath the earth, moving slowly, without urgency, without time. Now gently, your mind begins to rise again, light as a feather, passing through layers of stone and soil, returning to the surface of the village. Above, the thatched roofs and wooden homes are wrapped in a thin layer of mist. Inside the barns, the steady breathing of horses and the slow chewing of hay by sheep create a soft, natural lullaby. No one is awake. Even the most loyal dogs have curled themselves into warm bundles of straw, their noses tucked beneath their tails, occasionally shifting as they dream of endless open fields. Imagine yourself walking slowly along the village path. Your feet are bare. The smooth, cool stone beneath them feels calm and grounding. You pass an old inn. Its wooden sign creaks gently. Creak, creak, a soft repeating rhythm, like a cradle rocking you to sleep. Everything around you whispers the same message. The world is resting, and so should you. You look up at the sky. In this time, there is no light pollution. The Milky Way stretches clearly above you, like a river of silver flowing across the darkness. The stars shimmer quietly, distant and cold, yet somehow they warm your soul with their quiet eternity. You feel small, but completely safe. You are part of this night, part of this stillness, part of this peace. Leaving the cold stone path behind, your mind gently drifts through a small doorway of a house at the end of the slope. This is the home of the oldest weaver in the village. Inside, the air is thick, filled with the scent of dried linen, natural dyes made from tree bark, and the faint smell of pine wood slowly burning in the fireplace. A large wooden loom stands quietly in the corner, like a gentle creature resting in sleep. Threads stretch across it like a delicate web, catching the faint moonlight that slips through a small high window. Can you hear it? A soft, quiet clicking sound, the shuttle left behind on the wooden table. In this deep stillness, even the smallest sound becomes clear, rhythmic, almost soothing. The weaver rests on a simple straw bed, covered by a coarse cloth she made with her own hands. Her breathing is slow, steady, forming a peaceful rhythm. With each breath she exhales, a thin mist seems to dissolve into the darkness, carrying with it memories of the many fabrics that once passed through her gentle, aging hands. Outside the window, the mist begins to thicken, not heavy, but soft, flowing, like pale ribbons of silk, wrapping themselves around the ancient trees at the forest's edge. The mist slips quietly through the cracks of the wooden walls, bringing with it the cool, pure breath of the earth. Imagine it now, brushing gently against your skin, a soft, cooling touch, soothing, melting away every trace of tension in your body. Like warm wax slowly fading, you begin to feel lighter, as if you too are becoming part of the mist, floating gently between the quiet thatched homes. Now, let your mind drift a little further, toward the small church at the center of the village. Its tall bell tower stands in silhouette against the star-filled sky. The great bronze bell hangs in silence. It once rang to mark the hours, to call people to work and prayer, but tonight it remains still, protecting the sleep of all living things. A quiet owl rests atop the tower. Its round golden eyes glow softly, like two small moons. It does not call. It simply watches, turning its head slowly, embracing the deep silence that only night can offer. At the base of the tower lies a small herb garden. Lavender, mint, rosemary. Their scents blend gently in the night air, forming a natural perfume that calms the mind. Take a slow breath in and feel it. The cool herbal fragrance filling your chest, softening your thoughts. All worries, all noise from the outside world now drift away, like tiny grains of dust carried by the wind. Once more, we return to the ancient tomb, but this time, not with fear, only with a quiet sense of eternity. The figure in the dark robe now sits upon a flat stone. He places the candle beside him. The soft light rises from below, revealing the gentle lines of a face that has spent a lifetime watching over silent souls. He closes his eyes. His lips move softly, as if whispering an ancient chant, a quiet prayer for the peace of the village above. Around him, the stone walls seem warmer now. The ancient symbols are no longer still. They begin to glow, faintly, with a calm, steady energy. You can feel it, a quiet protection, like an invisible shield, separating you from all disturbance. Here, deep beneath the earth, is both a beginning and an end, a place of complete safety. Now, let your gaze rest gently upon the candle flame in your mind. It moves slowly, very slowly, golden, then soft orange, fading into a pale white at its center. The light begins to draw you in. Your eyelids grow heavier and heavier. You no longer wish to think, only to drift into the light, into the darkness, into this quiet ancient world. At the top of the hill, where the wind moves more freely, yet still carries a gentle calm, there stands a small shepherd's hut. It is built from stacked stones, with a roof of thick dried grass, warm enough to protect anyone inside from the quiet cold of a medieval night. Outside, the flock of sheep appears as a soft white blur beneath the moonlight. They rest close together, sharing warmth, breathing as one. Their combined breath rises and falls, like distant ocean waves, brushing softly against the side of a boat, a slow, steady rhythm, so calming it could lull any restless mind to sleep. The young shepherd lies upon a large bearskin, his eyes gazing quietly through a small opening in the roof. up into the night sky. To him, each star is not just a point of light, but a note in a silent, endless song. Look with him now at the Milky Way, a vast river of silver, stretching across the darkness. Imagine tiny particles of starlight drifting down, slowly, like falling snow, settling over the village, over the rooftops, and gently upon your half-closed eyes. Each time a shooting star passes, it makes no sound, yet in your mind, you hear a soft whisper, a delicate sound like fine metal brushing against silk. It is the sound of release, of letting go. Let each star carry away a thought that lingers in your mind, a worry about tomorrow. Send it drifting with the northern stars, a feeling of unease. Let it dissolve into the deep quiet of the universe. Now, your mind becomes still, clear, like a calm lake, untouched by wind. Below in the valley, the ancient tomb still stands, silent and unmoving. The keeper in the dark robe has risen once more. He steps toward the entrance and looks up toward the hill. There, he sees the faint glow from the shepherd's fire, and he smiles gently. The connection between the living and the long departed, between the present and the past, has never felt so quiet, so complete. The candle in his hand is now only a small flicker of light, yet it is enough to guide lost souls back into the stillness of stone. Can you feel it? The coolness of the stone and the warmth of wool, blending together, a perfect balance. On one side, the timeless stillness of the tomb. On the other, the gentle breathing of life in the village. And you rest softly between them, in the quietest place of all, where there is no time, no pressure, only peace. In the darkness of the tomb, a single drop of water falls. From the high stone ceiling, drip, the sound is clear, soft, and alone. Then it fades into endless silence. After each drop, the space feels wider, deeper, more open. You begin to drift within it, weightless, free, with nothing to hold on to. Up on the hill, the young shepherd begins to fall asleep. His dreams carry the soft green of fields and the sweetness of fresh spring water. The sheep, too, have sunk into deep rest. From time to time, one gently chews in its sleep, creating a soft, comforting rustle. The village now lies completely still. No movement, no sound. Even the wind has come to rest, as if it, too, is careful not to disturb this fragile, perfect peace. Now, let your body sink deeper into your bed. Feel your toes relaxing, your legs, your back, every part of you softening, releasing. The candlelight from the ancient tomb begins to fade, softer and softer, until only a deep, gentle darkness remains. It surrounds you like a soft cocoon. You are safe. You are cared for. You belong to this quiet night. At the eastern edge of the village, there is a small, nameless river. Its water is clear and flows so slowly that it almost feels as if it has paused, just to listen to the breathing of the night. Beneath the surface, smooth stones rest quietly, shaped by centuries of gentle movement. Now they lie still, under the cool water, reflecting the silver moonlight, like the scales of an ancient dragon. Imagine yourself sitting on an old wooden bridge, stretching across the river. The soft sound of water, moving between the stones, is not noise. It is a quiet meditation, a gentle song, a whisper of nature, telling stories of long journeys, from distant mountains to the mysterious ocean. The scent of the river at night is soft and unique, a blend of green moss, damp stone, and the fresh purity of early dew resting on water lilies by the shore. As you gaze deeper into the water, you begin to see something else, the reflection of the ancient tomb. High upon the cliff above, the candlelight from within the tomb flickers gently, casting long, broken lines of light across the surface of the river, like delicate golden threads, connecting the world of the living to something far more timeless. Inside the tomb, the quiet keeper has placed his final candle upon a stone altar shaped like a hawk. He no longer stands. Now he rests, leaning softly against a wall, carved with the stories of a long-forgotten king. In this moment, he is no longer a guardian, but part of the silence itself. His breath blends with the cool air of the stone. His heartbeat moves gently, in rhythm with the slow-falling drops of water from the ceiling above. Can you feel it? That deep, complete stillness, a place where every sound from the outside world is quietly turned away, a place where the mind can finally rest and simply be still. The ancient paintings on the walls, lit only by the fading candle, begin to soften, blur, and slowly disappear. Figures of offerings, warriors with spears, and silent guardians all fade gently into a deep, warm darkness. The shadow of the keeper stretches across the stone floor, forming a quiet shape, as if protecting the deepest corners of the room. The haunting feeling that some might speak of is nothing more than the overwhelming beauty of eternal silence. Back by the river, a single oak leaf falls gently onto the water. It does not sink. It simply drifts, carried slowly by the current, passing beneath the shadows of drooping willow trees. Now, imagine that you are that leaf. You do not need to try. You do not need to control anything. You simply float, supported by the water, carried effortlessly forward. All the weight of your thoughts, all the pressure of the day, is gently taken by the river and carried away into nothingness. Behind you, the medieval village has now disappeared into a thick, quiet mist. The last oil lamps have gone dark. Only natural light remains, the soft glow of the stars and the distant fading light from the ancient tomb. The world feels larger now, endless, as if nothing else exists. Only you, the river, and this infinite gentle silence as the final rays of a long day in Eldermore begin to fade from the barley fields in bloom. The world is bathed in a thick honey-golden glow, slowly shifting into the soft purple of amethyst. You stand there, upon an ancient limestone bridge, arching gently over a quiet river that winds its way around the village. The water beneath your feet does not rush. It flows slowly, softly, a low, steady murmur, like the quiet whispers of pebbles that have rested there for centuries. A cool breath rises from the surface, carrying the scent of green moss, of water plants folding into rest, and a deep natural peace. Each step you take upon the stone bridge feels grounding, certain. The stones are smooth, worn by countless footsteps over generations. Now, they hold your feet gently, offering a soft, cooling touch, easing away every trace of tension you've carried with you. You look down into the water. Your reflection shimmers, softly breaking apart with each gentle ripple, and with it, imagine every worry, every thought of work, every noise of the busy world drifting away, carried by the current far into the distance, until they disappear beyond the curve of the willow trees. In the distance, the bell tower of a stone monastery begins to stir. You hear the soft clink of chains, and then a deep resonant sound rises.
Bong.
The first bell rings. It does not startle you. Instead, it feels like a warm hand resting gently on your shoulder, whispering, "Everything is done. You may rest now." The sound travels through the air, through oak leaves, across uneven stone walls, echoing softly. When the second bell rings, you feel your neck begin to loosen. The third, your shoulders gently sink, releasing their weight. And with the final bell, your mind becomes empty, still, filled only with a vast, quiet calm. The village of Eldermore now appears before you, like a living being, preparing for sleep. Stone houses and dark oak frames stand close together, forming narrow, winding alleys, mysterious, yet deeply safe. On the steep thatched roofs, night dew begins to gather, tiny droplets, shimmering like pearls, beneath the rising moon. You step onto the main path. It does not run straight. but curves gently, like a soft ribbon, guiding you past shops long closed for the night. You pass the blacksmith's forge. The great iron anvil now rests in silence. No hammer strikes, no sparks, only the faint scent of cooled metal and fading charcoal. The silence here feels complete, not empty, but fulfilled. The work is done. The tools are at rest, and rest itself is the quiet reward. You pause, breathing in the scent of iron and ash, feeling the strength of things made to last, and within you, a quiet strength begins to settle. You continue walking, passing pots of lavender and rosemary, resting by the windows. The night air carries their soft fragrance, gentle, clean, like a natural lullaby for your mind. It smooths the lines on your brow, loosens the tension in your thoughts. You brush your hand along an old wooden fence, feeling its rough texture, its cracks shaped by time, and you begin to understand that true beauty lives in age, in endurance, in what remains. Now the moon shines brighter, revealing lazy cats, curled quietly on windowsills. Their tails flick softly. As they dream, you walk more gently now, careful not to disturb this fragile peace. From the distant fields, the soft call of night birds rises, a slow, steady rhythm, like a pendulum clock of the natural world. Your eyelids grow heavier, each step slower, deeper. You are no longer rushing anywhere, because here, in Eldermore, your only destination is peace. Above you, the sky stretches like dark velvet, scattered with stars, shining like tiny diamonds, forgotten upon a table of gods. You look up, feeling the vastness of the universe, and within it, you feel small, yet deeply connected, a part of something endless, perfect, whole. All the small worries of your day fade into nothing before this quiet infinity. You take a slow breath out. A soft mist appears in the cool air, then disappears, just like the last of your thoughts, drifting gently away, leaving the central square, where the fountain still patiently tells its story of eternal water. You turn into a narrow alley, paved with dark cobblestones. The walls on either side seem to lean gently toward one another, as if protecting the path from the open winds rolling in from the fields. At the end of the alley, a thick oak sign hangs, carefully carved into the shape of a horseshoe. It sways softly on an iron bracket. Creak, creak. The sound of rusted hinges moves with the wind, old, familiar, like the gentle rhythm of a cradle long ago. This is the Silver Horseshoe Inn, a resting place for weary travelers and the warm beating heart of the village. When night falls, you push open the heavy wooden door. At once, a wave of warmth surrounds you, wrapping gently around your face, carrying the rich scent of burning pine resin, soft beeswax, and the comforting aroma of barley soup, slowly simmering over glowing coals. Inside, the inn is quiet, not silent, but peaceful. The light here does not come from bright lamps, but from a large stone fireplace that fills one corner of the room. Thick oak logs burn slowly, occasionally cracking. Pop, hiss, as sap meets flame, sending tiny sparks into the air, like falling stars, disappearing into soft gray ash. You choose an old leather armchair beside the fire. As you sit, the worn leather sinks gently, holding your body, as if each vertebra is finally released from the weight of the day. Before you, shadows dance upon the wooden walls, moving with the rhythm of the fire. Orange, deep red, like aged wine. The flickering light draws your eyes in, softly, until your thoughts begin to blur and melt away. You look into the heart of the fire, and the glowing embers begin to take shape. A sleeping dragon, a quiet forest at dawn, shifting, changing, fading. Around you, a few villagers remain, but no one speaks. A carpenter sits quietly, carving a small wooden piece. The gentle scrape of blade on wood is soft, precise, calming. A few travelers rest with their heads upon the table, their breathing slow, deep, blending into the quiet rhythm of the room. High wooden shelves line the walls, holding polished clay jars filled with the essence of past harvests, waiting. But tonight, they too are at rest. The warmth from the fire seeps through your clothes, into your chest, down your arms, into your tired legs. This warmth feels different, not just physical, but something deeper, as if it gently washes your soul. All thoughts of tomorrow fade into the distance, as though time itself has paused just outside that door. Here, in the Silver Horseshoe Inn, you are allowed to let go, to be soft, to surrender, to drift. By the window, a simple curtain moves gently, revealing a small piece of the night sky. The moon hangs high, casting a pale, quiet glow over the rooftops outside. The contrast between the cold night beyond and the deep warmth within makes you feel completely safe. Like a small bird returning to its nest after a long journey through storms. You take a sip of warm herbal tea, the sweetness of licorice, the gentle heat of ginger, lingering softly before flowing down, warming you from within. Now, sleep is no longer distant. It settles over you.
Heavy.
Soft. Like a velvet blanket, gently placed across your body. Your eyes begin to close. The wind outside whispers through the window, like an ancient lullaby, spoken in the language of nature. Sleep now. Sleep. It murmurs through dry branches. Everything is as it should be. The world will continue, even as you rest. You feel yourself drifting, floating gently, on a warm cloud of ash and light, suspended between waking and dreaming. A wooden clock ticks softly on the wall. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Each sound guiding you deeper into the realm of quiet medieval dreams. There, you walk through dew-covered fields, see castles hidden in mist, and feel a deep, gentle peace within your heart. No sound of the modern world can reach you now. Only your heartbeat, slow, steady, blending with the breath of Eldermore Village under the silver moon. The fire burns lower now, softer, but still warm, still watching over you. You lean your head back, feeling the rough fabric beneath you, and a complete lightness fills your being. You are exactly where you need to be, at exactly the right moment to rest. Let the darkness gently fill the room. Let the fire keep watch over your sleep, and let your soul drift freely through the quiet, wooden-scented night of Eldermore as the fire in the hearth of the Silver Horseshoe Inn begins to fade. Only soft red embers remain, glowing gently. Among the charred wood, you feel a small shiver, not from cold, but from the deep relaxation spreading through every part of you. You rise slowly from the worn leather armchair. Your body feels light, almost weightless, like a feather, drifting quietly in the air. Before you, an old oak staircase leads upward to the attic rooms. The steps are not perfectly flat. They dip slightly in the center, worn by thousands of travelers over hundreds of years. Each step leaving behind a trace of weariness and carrying away a piece of peace. You begin to climb. Creak, creak. The aged wood responds beneath you. A low, dry, but reassuring sound. It does not disturb the silence. Instead, it feels like a quiet welcome, a gentle confirmation that you are moving in the right direction, toward rest. Your hand glides along the smooth wooden railing, cool to the touch, polished by time itself. With every step, you rise higher, farther from the ground, farther from the fading fire below, and closer to the quiet sky, waiting beyond a small window above. At the top of the stairs, the light from the fireplace below has softened. Now only a faint golden glow touches the pale walls. The air here is so still, you could almost hear dust drifting through the thin beam of light. You walk slowly toward the final room. At the end of the hall, the small wooden door is slightly open. As you step inside, a wave of pure, gentle scent greets you. Clean linen, dried under the warmth of the sun, bundles of lavender hanging from the beams above, and the fresh, soft scent of newly cut pine. The attic room is small and deeply cozy. The sloped roof above you is layered thick with thatch, a careful craft of Eldermore's builders. It shields you completely from the outside world, absorbing the sound of wind, of rain, leaving only a deep protective silence. At the center of the room, a large oak bed awaits, covered with a mattress, filled with soft white goose feathers, so thick, so gentle, that even looking at it makes your body want to melt into rest. You step toward the small round window near the head of the bed. From here,
You can see.
all of Eldermore, bathed in moonlight. The rooftops shimmer as if dusted with silver. The cobblestone paths wind like dark rivers through the quiet village. In the distance, the ancient forest sways softly, a deep green sea moving beneath the night sky. Far along the walls, tiny points of fire drift slowly, night guards keeping watch. You feel it clearly now. There is nothing to fear. The entire world is awake, just to protect your sleep. The sky feels close, so close, you could almost touch the stars. The constellation of the Great Bear rests above the bell tower, shining with a soft blue-white glow. You take a slow, deep breath. The cool night air fills your lungs, clearing, softening the last remaining thoughts in your mind. Now, you stop trying to stay awake. You sit gently on the edge of the bed, feeling the endless softness beneath you. You remove your outer layer, allowing yourself to fully belong to this space. As you lie down, the mattress sinks, wrapping around you like a warm cocoon. A thick woven blanket is pulled up to your chin,
Heavy.
but comforting. Its gentle weight soothes your nervous system like a soft embrace from the outside, reaching deep within. You close your eyes, and still, you see the stars flickering beyond the window like tiny lanterns, guiding you into dreams. The wind outside whispers softly through the thatched roof, a lullaby without words, steady, rhythmic. You feel yourself drifting, floating upon a calm, endless lake without a single ripple. Your body relaxes completely from your toes to your legs, your hips, your chest, your shoulders, all melting into the softness below. Your head sinks deeper into the pillow. Your breath warms the space around you, creating a quiet cocoon of perfect safety. Now, you are no longer separate from Eldermore. You are part of it, part of the stone, the wood, the moon, the stars. You breathe with the willow trees. You rest with the sleeping cats. The darkness is no longer something unknown. It is an old gentle friend, placing a soft hand over your eyes, inviting you to let go. All sounds fade away, leaving only the slow, steady rhythm of your heartbeat. Thump, thump. Each beat guides you deeper into a place of sweet forgetting. You see yourself now, walking barefoot through a field of silver dew, soft grass beneath your feet, moonlight above. And ahead, a golden gate opening to the most peaceful dreams. A quiet smile forms without thought, because you know, tonight, in Eldermore, you will sleep deeply, peacefully, more than ever before. as your eyes close, beneath the warmth of the wool blanket from Chapter 3, the attic room in the Silver Horseshoe Inn begins to change. The solid oak walls soften, fade, and in that quiet space, between waking and sleep, the ceiling slowly dissolves, opening into a vast sky above. Soft ribbons of light appear, emerald green, deep violet, auroras drifting gently, dancing slowly across the endless night. You are no longer in the bed, or perhaps the bed itself has transformed. Now, it is a small silver boat, floating softly, drifting along a river of clouds as light as cotton. The cloud river carries you away from Eldermore, gliding past tall watchtowers, half hidden in mist. Below, the village appears small, like a quiet toy world, made of stone, still, safe, at peace. You hear whispers,
soft, wordless,
the voices of ancient guardians, watching over the land. Their presence is gentle, like waves, touching distant cliffs, calm, endless, reassuring. Your silver boat moves without sound, only the cool night air, brushing your skin, carrying the pure scent of the highest clouds, fresh, crisp, and freeing. You drift toward the ancient forest, where trees are no longer just trees, but pillars of time itself. Their leaves shimmer, not green, but silver, and when the wind passes through, millions of leaves touch softly, creating the sound of delicate wind chimes echoing through the sky. This is the place where dreams are born. Tiny lights appear, floating gently, forest spirits, quietly weaving golden threads. They gather starlight, mix it with night dew and the scent of jasmine, creating the softest dreams, then releasing them into the wind, so they may find those who sleep in peace. You reach out your hand, touching a drifting strand of light. At once, a feeling of pure happiness flows through you. Memories begin to rise, your happiest moments, childhood laughter, in open fields, the warm scent of fresh-baked bread, the quiet safety of loving arms. These memories do not disturb you. They do not awaken you. Instead, they gently fill every empty space within, making your heart feel whole, calm, complete. The cloud boat carries you onward, into a valley filled with blooming crystal lotuses, glowing softly under the moonlight. Each petal radiates a gentle blue light, a healing light. You feel it now. Every trace of tiredness, every tension in your body is slowly lifted away. Your body becomes lighter, softer, almost dissolving. You are no longer bound by form or weight. You are the breeze, the moonlight, the breath of the night itself. From the distance, a melody begins, soft, flowing. It is the sound of celestial harps, played by quiet guardians of sleep. The music has no urgency, no rhythm to follow, only long, gentle notes, flowing one into another, like a calm river of sound. It carries you deeper and deeper into the heart of sleep. You are no longer dreaming, you are within the dream. A world where nothing is harmful, where only understanding, love, and sacred stillness exist. The moon tonight feels closer, larger. It rests above you, like a gentle mother, watching, smiling, protecting. You feel yourself wrapped in a cocoon of soft light, shielded completely from the noise of the waking world. You know, when morning comes, you will rise, rested, renewed. But for now, you simply drift deeper and deeper into this endless, peaceful silence as the cloud boat from Chapter 4 carries you deeper into the heart of the medieval night. You begin to enter a very special place, the Valley of White Mist. Here, the mist is not cold, it is soft, like flowing silk, wrapping gently around itself, covering dark pine forests and hidden streams, whispering beneath the earth. You can no longer tell where the sky ends and the ground begins. Everything becomes a soft milky white, a world without edges, without boundaries. In this place, time no longer exists. A second or a century feels exactly the same. Because here you are resting in the arms of eternity. You feel your body begin to dissolve, not painfully, but like sugar, melting slowly into warm herbal tea. Your hands no longer feel heavy. Your legs no longer remember the fatigue of distant roads. You are only awareness now. Quiet. Awake, still, watching the mist move in its slow, endless dance. The sounds of the world become incredibly subtle. A single drop of dew falls from a pine needle, landing softly onto moss below. Talk. A sound so pure, so delicate, it gently ripples through the silence itself. In the distance, through the veil of mist, faint shapes appear, crystal castles, where moonlight is gathered and refracted into soft fading rainbows. You do not need to go there, because within you, there is already a perfect sanctuary. You hear the wind not as a rush or a howl, but as a quiet song. A melody without words, rising, falling, steady, like the breath of an ancient forest. It carries a message from the earth itself. You are safe. You are loved. You are allowed to let go. Far below the mist, Eldermore sleeps. The blacksmith dreams of legendary blades. The potter dreams of unbreakable vessels. Children dream of gentle dragons. All these dreams intertwine, forming a soft web of light surrounding the village, protecting it from all darkness. And you are part of that web, a quiet thread in a shared piece, so often forgotten in the modern world. Now, you find yourself standing before a field of white bellflowers, growing gently within the mist. Each small blossom releases a soft fragrance, honey and vanilla, sweet, calming. You walk among them, and with every step, a faint green glow appears beneath your feet. The silence here is so deep, you can hear your own heartbeat. 1, 2, 1, 2. Slow, steady. That rhythm anchors you to life, even as your mind drifts to the edge of the universe. Above the mist, the sky deepens into a rich sapphire blue. The stars no longer flicker. They shine calmly, like distant lighthouses, guiding wandering souls toward rest. A cool energy flows from the top of your head down your spine, gently cleansing, washing away the last traces of tension. You feel lighter now, so light you could rest upon a single blade of dew-covered grass without bending it. Sleep has reached its softest peak. It is no longer a force, not something pulling you down, but a gentle invitation from a trusted friend. You lie down upon the field of bellflowers, feeling their softness, their fragrance, surrounding you completely. The sounds of the outside world, traffic, voices, notifications, fade into distant memories from another life. Here, in Eldermore tonight, there is only you and sacred silence. As the mist begins to curl softly, like a small sleeping cat at your feet, you understand the deepest stage of sleep has arrived. You no longer see, you no longer feel, only a vast, warm darkness, like the embrace of a mother. You drift deeper and deeper into the velvet of night, where all pain is gently healed and every hope is quietly restored as the white mist begins to settle, forming pure droplets of dew on every leaf. The village of Eldermore falls into its deepest silence. This is the hour, known as the Hour of Stone Spirits. A moment when all things sleep so deeply that the breath of the earth itself becomes unmistakably clear. You find yourself standing upon a high cliff, overlooking the valley below. The darkness here is no longer simply black. It is a mysterious blend of indigo, deep violet, and soft silver gray. The darkness feels dense, yet smooth as silk, wrapping around your skin with a sense of absolute safety, as if you are being held inside a vast cocoon, shielded completely from the disturbances of the world. You begin to listen to the symphony of silence. At first, there is nothing. But as your mind fully settles, subtle sounds begin to emerge. The quiet movement of seppi flowing within ancient oak trees, the gentle shifting of the earth, embracing seeds still waiting to awaken, the soft closing of wildflowers, holding on to the last warmth of the day. Each sound, slow, steady, forming a rhythm like a cradle no modern music could ever match. Your heartbeat begins to follow it. Slower, deeper, stronger, in the calmest way. From the cliff, you see small streams winding through the village like forgotten ribbons of silver. The sound of water is no longer a gentle trickle, but a low, continuous whisper, like an ancient chant repeated endlessly to protect the sleep of every living being. Mist rises from the flowing water, carrying the scent of cold stones and soft moss. It cleanses your mind completely. You take a deep breath, feeling the cool purity enter your chest, spreading through your shoulders, your arms, until every tensed nerve melts away, like wax near a flame. Then a gentle wind arrives from a distant ocean. It travels across mountains and quietly enters Eldermore. This wind carries no dust, only whispers of the sea. It brushes past rooftops, making clay chimes sway. Keng, leng,
Soft, fragile sounds?
like threads of air. The breeze touches your face, like a mother's kiss to a sleeping child. It carries away your final thoughts of time, of space, of self, until you are no longer separate, but part of the vast night itself. Above you, the stars seem closer now, no longer distant, but vivid, alive, as if you could reach out and gather them like handfuls of diamonds. Their light does not awaken you. Instead, it carries a strange frequency that makes your eyelids grow heavier. You feel as though you are lying on the softest black velvet, floating between distant galaxies. This weightlessness brings a quiet freedom. No burdens, no body, only a tiny spark of light drifting within the kindness of the universe. Far away, inside the inn, the fireplace has likely faded, leaving only glowing embers watching over the attic room where your body rests. But here, within this moment, you are experiencing a deeper rest, the rest of the soul, where every unseen wound is gently healed by sacred darkness. You pass through the stone walls of time, returning to the purest form of peace. Sleep now becomes thick, like honey. You begin to sink slowly into an ocean of stillness. Each breath out releases another burden. Each breath in draws energy from the earth itself. The world around you begins to blur. The village the forest, the cliff, all melting together into a warm gray light. You no longer know where you end and where the night begins. You are the night, and the night is you. Let this symphony continue within your mind. Let the whispers of wind and the distant streams guide you into dreamless sleep. The village, the forest, the cliff, all melting together into a warm gray light. You no longer know where you end and where the night begins. You are the night, and the night is you. Let this symphony continue within your mind. Let the whispers of wind and the distant streams guide you into dreamless sleep. Under the moonlight of Eldermore as the symphony of darkness, from Chapter 6, fades into absolute silence, you begin to feel you are no longer standing on the cliff. Your awareness has become so light that it gently lifts, rising upward through layers of pale white mist until you arrive in the realm of the stars. At this height, the air grows thin, carrying a faint sweetness of eternal frost. Far below, Eldermore becomes only a dim glow, like a hidden jewel resting in black velvet. And above you, the sky is no longer flat, but vast, multidimensional, endlessly deep and dazzling. The constellations now take on clear forms. You see the Great Bear not as distant points of light, but as a living shape of light moving slowly across the Milky Way. The starlight is not harsh. It is gentle, soft blue, or warm amber, passing through your soul like quiet hope. You begin to feel a subtle connection, a thread, invisible yet unbreakable, linking every cell in your body to the stars above. Each time a star flickers, a soft current flows along your spine, warm, calm, carrying ancient wisdom and complete reassurance. Then, from the highest reaches of the sky, a vast net of silver light begins to form. Its threads are woven from stardust and the breath of galaxies. Slowly, it descends, wide enough to cover the valley, the village, and you. When it touches you, you feel no weight, no restraint. Instead, you feel supported, as if resting upon the softest silk web suspended in endless space. All fear of falling, all fear of emptiness disappears. You are held by the laws of the universe itself. Above you, the Milky Way flows like a river of diamonds. You see nebula clouds, soft pink, deep violet, swirling slowly. Where new stars are born, where dreams begin, where ideas take shape. Their motion is so steady that it creates a deep vibration, a low, endless hum, echoing within your chest. This sound gently erases all negative memories, all noise of the modern world, leaving only pure existence. You begin to rotate slowly with the earth itself, a calm, majestic motion, and within it, you glimpse your past. Familiar faces, soft smiles, moments of peace. They drift by like old film reels, but they do not hold you. You simply smile and let them go, continuing onward into pure light. Now, your inner eyes begin to close. The starlight net
Softens.
fading into a warm gray glow. From below, the night mist of Eldermore rises once more, blending with the light of stars, becoming something otherworldly. You breathe it in,
Feeling earth.
and sky becoming one within you. There is no longer inside or outside. You are not someone falling asleep. You are sleep itself. You are the silence resting upon the monastery bell tower, the wind moving across wheat fields, the silver light warming quiet rooftops. Sleep now becomes heavy, soft like a wave made of cotton. It slowly, gently pulls you down into the deepest peace. There is nothing to resist, nothing to think about. Everything is already taken care of. The universe is watching over you. The stars will never fade until you awaken on a quiet morning. But for now, your journey has only just begun in the heart of the night. Relax your lips, let a gentle smile remain, and allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper into that net of light as the starlit net gently returns your awareness back to the attic room of the inn, the silver horseshoe. You feel no sense of loss. Instead, a strange, gentle peace surrounds you as you become aware of the stone walls around you. These walls are not lifeless. They have stood here for centuries, witnessing melting snow and golden harvests. Tonight, under faint moonlight, slipping through the window, the stones seem to breathe. A slow, steady rhythm, carrying the coolness of the deep earth, yet holding a powerful sense of protection, like an unbreakable fortress. Your awareness drifts across the rough stone surfaces, where dry moss clings within the cracks like dark velvet ribbons. And then you begin to hear it, the whisper of stone, not in words, but in deep, low vibrations. The stones tell their story of the first days when the village was born, of rough hands cutting rock from distant cliffs, building the shelter piece by piece. Their whisper feels like an ancient lullaby, repeating softly, "You are protected. Nothing can disturb this peace. Let go. We will watch over you." Beneath the oak floor, the wood contracts in the cold night air. Soft cracks echo. Tuck. A tick. Like breaking twigs in a distant forest. Yet the sound does not disturb you. It makes the room feel even warmer, as if the house itself is alive with you. You feel the spirit of the earth, rising through the stone floor, through the bed, into your bones. The earth brings weight, a comforting heaviness. Your legs no longer wish to move. Your arms rest softly, like willow branches, by a quiet stream. Now imagine the ancient roots outside, stretching deep beneath the ground, intertwining below the stone paths of Eldermore. They form a vast network connecting all life. And you are part of it. You feel yourself rooting deeply into stillness, drawing nourishment from ancestral peace. All the noise of the outside world, worries of status, money, expectations, become nothing more than drifting dust, settling gently upon the wooden floor, invisible, harmless. In the dim darkness, the beeswax candle has long gone out, yet its soft scent remains, sweet, slightly bitter, blending with old wood and the dust of time. You breathe in slowly, feeling history itself cleansing your soul. There is a deep relief in realizing you do not need to be anyone. You do not need to do anything. Here, within these ancient walls, you are simply a being returning to primal sleep, a sleep without burden, where the mind finally rests, making space for life to renew itself. Outside, the wind occasionally touches the stone walls, as if asking to enter, but the stones remain still, smiling silently, keeping the cold away and preserving the room's warmth for you. You feel as if you are resting inside a sacred cave where time stands still and only the heartbeat of the earth remains. Your heart begins to follow it. Slower, steadier, fainter. Sleep now is no longer a wave. It is an ocean, dark, vast, slowly rising, covering your shoulders, protecting your ears, and gently placing a kiss of forgetfulness upon your eyelids. Your jaw relaxes completely. Your lips part slightly. Your breath flows out, soft, weightless, like a thread of air. No thought can remain. Everything dissolves into the strength of stone, into the depth of wood, into the embrace of eldermore. Let the whisper of stone guide you into the deepest stillness, where dreams no longer need images or sound. Only a pure feeling of quiet happiness, of simply being and resting. You are now sleeping deep, so very deep, within the arms of ancient time, as you lie completely still upon the feather bed, deep beneath the oak floor and the layers of ancient stone. Another life begins to move quietly. It is the underground river of Eldermore, an ancient current flowing through crystal caves, winding beneath the very foundations of the village. In the absolute silence of the night, when every sound above has faded away, the river begins to rise, not through your ears, but through your chest, a soft, endless murmur. Steady, unceasing, like a prayer for peace, gently washing away the final layers of waking thought. Now imagine your mind as a small leaf falling into that hidden river. The water does not rush. It drifts,
Clear.
cool, carrying the quiet cold of deep earth. As your leaf touches the surface, a cool sensation spreads from the crown of your head down to your feet. Every remaining thought, numbers, worries, plans for tomorrow, grow heavy and sink to the riverbed, leaving you light, drifting without direction. The water here has no color. It is liquid light, shimmering softly, carrying the healing power of nature itself. The rhythm of the river is unusual, slightly slower than your heartbeat, and gently your heart begins to follow. Slower. You hear droplets falling from the cave ceiling. Tock, tock. Each drop a gentle knock on the door of freedom. Ripples spread, touching moss-covered stone, then fading into nothingness, just like your worries dissolving. This cleansing goes deeper, into every cell, softening old wounds, smoothing the weight of fatigue. In the darkness of the attic room, you begin to feel as if you are melting into the river itself. No body, no weight, no space. You are the water. You move through stone cracks. You soothe ancient roots. You carry the breath of forests toward a distant ocean. This feeling is absolute freedom. The freedom of having no form, no boundaries, only to flow and rest. The scent of the river is unique. Minerals, limestone, damp earth. A rich, grounding fragrance, like a soft mist enveloping your senses, guiding you into a deeper trance. You enter a tunnel of emerald light, where dreams are no longer images, but gentle vibrations. Here, you return to the earliest stillness of life, a place of total safety, untouched by anything outside. The wind outside occasionally whispers through the window, but now it blends with the underground river, becoming a soft symphony. No peaks, no urgency, only a vast, endless calm, like a moonlit ocean. Your eyelids are not just closed, they are covered with dark velvet, sealing away all light. Darkness now is your companion, guiding you gently across the threshold, from awareness into sweet forgetting. Everything begins to fade. The bed, the stone walls, the moonlight, all drifting away into infinite space. Only the river remains, whispering softly, "Sleep, dissolve into me, let everything flow." You surrender completely, letting the current carry you. A soft numbness spreads through your fingers, your toes, then your whole body. You are sinking, not into fear, but into a warm, gentle ocean, softer than anything you have ever known. Your breath now is only small ripples on still water. Slow, steady, deep. You hear nothing. You feel nothing. Only eternal peace. You have reached the very core of the night, where all life is renewed in sacred silence. The village of Eldermore, the hidden river, and the entire universe are holding their breath to protect your sleep. As the sound of the underground river fades away, you begin to realize you are no longer drifting. You have arrived at the final destination of tonight's journey, the center of stillness. Here, within the attic room of Eldermore, darkness is no longer the absence of light. It becomes something alive, soft, warm, like the deepest velvet in existence. This darkness is the Night Mother, the oldest mother of the universe, who opens her arms to welcome her tired children home. You feel those arms gently wrapping around you, not tight, not confining, but surrounding you from every direction, protecting you from all sound, all images, all thought. It feels as if you have returned into a sacred cocoon, where there is no gravity, no pain, only pure existence. All boundaries dissolve. Between your body and the feather bed, between your skin and the air, between your breath and the night, everything fades. You no longer know if you are lying or floating, because now you are part of the beautiful void. Listen closely to the breath of the Night Mother. It is not wind, but a deep, ancient vibration, rising from the earth, through Eldermore, up into the bell towers, and beyond the clouds. That rhythm soothes your soul, slowing every signal of your nervous system. Behind your closed eyes, you see only a vast, gentle darkness, sprinkled with tiny sparks of fading consciousness. You are descending down a staircase made of velvet, each step taking you deeper into sleep. Step 1, you release your feet. They grow warm, then fade away. Step 2, you release your hands. Your fingers Become still,
Heavy.
like soft, quiet stone.
Step 3.
You release your shoulders. All burdens, all responsibilities fall away, melting into the bed. Step 4. You release your mind. The final images of the village, the inn, the moonlight, fade like ink and water. They lose all form, all meaning. Now, you are only a core of peace. The Night Mother gently touches your forehead, smoothing away the last lines of thought. A sweet numbness spreads, like warm honey, flowing from your crown across your face, relaxing your jaw, softening your lips. You are sinking now into an ocean of forgetting, an ocean with no bottom. Yet you feel no fear, because this ocean is peace itself. The deeper you go, the lighter you feel. The darker it becomes, the warmer it is. Outside the attic window, Eldermore is now lost in thick mist. Cats sleep deeply. Fires have faded. Even the stars have dimmed their light, so they will not disturb you. The universe now exists for only one purpose: to protect your sleep. A soft whisper from the night wind. Shh! Everything is okay. Everything is settled. The world will still be there when you wake. But for now, it no longer belongs to you. Your breath is so soft, it almost disappears. You have entered deep sleep, the deepest state where your soul begins to heal itself. Every cell is being renewed in perfect silence. You are no longer a name, no longer a role, no longer a worry. You are stillness. You are darkness. You are Eldermore, sleeping for 1,000 years. Even my voice now begins to fade, becoming a distant whisper, like waves, on the far side of a dream. You are drifting far away from reality, into a place where wonder exists without words. Let yourself completely surrender into this great protection. There is nothing left to hear, nothing left to see, only perfect rest. Sleep well, traveler of Eldermore. Sleep deeply within the arms of the Night Mother, as the arms of the Night Mother fully embrace you. Your awareness does not stop there. It begins to drift toward a hidden garden, resting quietly behind the ancient stone monastery of the village. This is the Garden of Forgotten Thoughts, a place where time does not move in a straight line, but curls inward like the life cycles of silver ferns. There is no harsh sunlight here, only a soft mystical glow, radiating from self-luminous herbs, creating a deep green world, gentle, soothing, like a giant emerald hidden beneath the earth. You walk slowly along a narrow path, covered in pure white jasmine petals. Each step makes no sound, but releases a soft fragrance, the scent of purity, of new beginnings. Around you, you notice stone benches, intricately carved, where ideas of peace rest quietly. You see the idea of a calm afternoon, the idea of a warm embrace, the idea of freedom. You drift past them like a gentle breeze, and each time you pass, a piece of your burden is softly lifted away, like removing a dry leaf from your hair. At the center of the garden, there is a still lake, so calm its surface appears like black crystal. This is the lake of quiet memories. You stand at its edge, looking down at your fading reflection under the moonlight. Tiny ripples begin from the center of the lake, and strangely, each ripple carries a soft sound. Like a harp, played by mist, you sit down on soft velvet grass beside the water, feeling the gentle moisture of the earth, warming your feet, soothing every trace of weariness. Now, mist bells begin to bloom all around you. They do not ring like metal bells. Instead, they release a melody, slow, gentle, like the breathing of a sleeping child. You realize you no longer need to be anyone. Here, you are simply presence. A tiny spark, resting within silence. You begin to dissolve into the petals, into the rising mist, becoming one with the still air. Above you, ancient oak trees spread their branches, like great arms protecting you. Their leaves are not green, but silver like moonlight. They whisper, softly, of patience. Everything will pass. Only peace remains. You feel that patience sink deep into your bones. You understand this sleep is not just rest. It is rebirth. The darkness in the garden deepens, but it is alive, filled with color. Soft blue fireflies begin to drift around you, tracing gentle arcs in the air. Their glow has a quiet frequency, making your eyelids heavier and heavier. You lie down upon the bed of jasmine, feeling the fragrance wrap around you like a silk cocoon. All sounds of the waking world, clocks, machines, voices, have completely disappeared. Only the heartbeat of the garden remains, slow, eternal, guiding you deeper and deeper into dreamless sleep. You feel as if you are flying, not into the sky, but inward, exploring vast oceans of stillness within yourself. Your breath now becomes one with the breath of the flowers. Each exhale releases a fragment of tired memory. Each inhale fills you with the peace of Eldermore. You are drifting, fading, among silver petals and firefly light. Sleep has become pure happiness, a state where you fully belong to the night and to infinite peace, leaving behind the garden of white jasmine. You find yourself standing before a small dock, crafted from fragrant sandalwood. Here, the hidden river of Eldermore reveals itself. But it is no longer ordinary water. It has become a flowing ribbon of amber light, gliding slowly, like honey, under the moon. Waiting for you is a small boat, shaped like a crescent moon, layered with delicate golden leaves, radiating a soft, gentle warmth. You step inside. There is no sound, no wood touching water, only a weightless, drifting feeling. The boat has no oars, no sail. It moves with the rhythm of your heart as you lean back into the deep velvet cushions. Every muscle in your body begins to melt, completely, effortlessly. The boat begins to drift, carrying you through the heart of the medieval village, passing beneath ancient stone bridges covered in sleeping moss. This river of light is called the River of Forgetting. Each time the boat touches the surface, tiny sounds like silver bells on crystal gently echo, soft, rhythmic, deeply hypnotic. On both sides, the the stone houses of Eldermore. Fade into shadows. Mysterious, distant, the glow of beeswax candles reflects on the river, twisting into shimmering ribbons, like beautiful memories, dancing to lull you into sleep. The boat enters a narrow passage, where long willow branches brush the surface of the water. Their soft strands gently graze your body, like the fingers of the wind, soothing every last trace of worry. You take a slow breath. The scent of the river, sunlight remembered, sandalwood, stillness. Your breathing now becomes one with the rhythm of the water. Swaying, swaying. You close your eyes, yet inside a soft golden glow remains. The color of dreams. You drift past golden fields of barley, whispering softly to one another under moonlight. The golden boat carries you further, beyond the village, toward the valley of eternity, where there is no noise, no urgency, only you, the crescent boat, and the endless river of light. Now you enter a space where sound disappears, leaving only the vibration of peace. Each heartbeat becomes a wave, expanding across the universe. You are no longer small. You are vast as the river itself. Every physical pain, every emotional wound is washed away by the amber current, leaving behind a soul pure like untouched paper. Sleep is no longer mist. It becomes a gentle intoxication. Soft, warm. Your head sinks deeper into velvet. Your arms fall loosely over the sides of the boat, fingertips lightly touching the warm river of light. You are drifting deeper into the core of night, where golden dreams are woven just for you. No thought can reach you. No sound can disturb you. You are fading. The golden boat carries you gently toward the shore of absolute peace. Let yourself dissolve into the amber glow. Become one with the shimmering moonlight. You have truly left the waking world and entered the eternal dream of elder care as the crescent boat carries you to the end of the amber river. The shore that awaits is not solid ground, but a vast field of mist, soft, white, like enormous floating clouds. You step out, yet your feet touch nothing solid. You are standing on an invisible cushion of air. From within the mist, a magnificent castle begins to appear, not built of stone nor oak, but woven from the highest clouds, where starlight is gently held, forming walls of shimmering silver white, and towers fading into the Milky Way. You enter the grand hall of the Cloud Castle. Each step you take creates soft ripples beneath your feet, like walking on the softest feathers. The space is endless, yet warm. There is no echo, no coldness, only silence, wrapped in clouds. Your body loses all weight. You are no longer flesh. You are presence, light, dissolving into gentle mist. At the center, a vast bed awaits, woven from golden cloud threads. As you lie down, it does not just support you. It melts and embraces every curve of your body, you sink deeper into infinite softness. Above you, the stars slowly rotate, casting a soft blue glow, calming your nervous system, guiding you into the deepest trance. Now, the angels of stillness appear as drifting white forms. They do not speak, but carry harps made of moonlight. The first notes begin to play, soft, rhythmic, like distant ocean waves. The sound flows through every cell, untying the final knots within your mind. All worries, all memories are absorbed by the clouds and transformed into pure peace. The air here smells like first snow blended with night mist. Each breath slows your heart, slower and slower, until it becomes a gentle pulse in harmony with the universe. You are no longer separate. You are the castle, the clouds, the starlight itself. The darkness here is not cold. It is a soft silver gray, comforting like velvet light. Your eyelids are no longer just closed. They are dusted with soft stardust, too heavy to ever open again. A sweet stillness takes over you. You wish to remain here forever, in this timeless place, without pressure, without form. The cloud bed begins to rise, carrying you through the towers into the open night sky. You float among clouds, feeling the cool air brush your face, while warmth glows from within. You are weightless, free, completely free. Now, sleep becomes an endless ocean covering your entire awareness. There is no longer dream or reality, only peace, soft, endless. You are fading, dissolving into silver clouds, drifting into the deepest sleep. No thoughts, no sound, only eternal stillness. Your journey from the gates of Eldermore, through cobbled streets, warm inns, to the stars above, now comes to rest. All sounds fade into mist. All images turn to stardust. Let these final words become a soft velvet blanket, gently covering your soul. You no longer need to listen. You no longer need to imagine. All effort has ended. You stand at the edge of time, where past and present blend into peace. Feel your body one last time. Heavy, warm, like belonging to the earth itself. Your shoulders relax, your jaw softens. Your lips part slightly. Breath flows like a quiet breeze. The darkness now is not loneliness, but the presence of countless beautiful dreams guarding your sleep. The spirits of Eldermore, from blacksmiths to mist angels, bow gently, wishing you dreamless rest. The world outside may still move, but here, there is only night and eternity. The moonlight fades behind distant mountains, giving way to the deepest darkness, the kind that brings rebirth. You sink deeper, through feather beds, through wood, through ancient stone, into the warm earth. You dissolve into particles of light, returning to the universe, to primordial stillness. Your breath now matches the heartbeat of the earth. Slow, steady, deep. All worries gone. All wounds healed. You are safe. You are loved. You have completed this day perfectly. My voice now fades away, becoming a distant whisper. In your ocean of silence, let the night hold you. Let this sacred sleep restore you until the first light of tomorrow touches your eyes. But that is far away. Now, there is only silence. Good night, dear traveler. Drift gently into the infinite peace of Eldermore. Sleep well, sleep deeply, sleep peacefully.